I'm just going to go off of, just had another thought. Trump and Alex Jones, they both equal truthers. Trump is in office to make America great again, drain the swamp, and because America's going to be first, right? He's here to tell you the truth according to the right here. That's again, it's all a Hollywood strip, all of them. But you have different type of truthers, obviously. You have at this moment, because well, the real voices are I know they're shutting him down to represent a real voice. Real voice. Alright. I would highly doubt it. That's why there's a big question mark there. Trump. Okay. Does he have a real voice? Well, if they both work for this corporation here, they don't have even an opinion. They just they have to practice how to be a good speaker and pretend that you're not looking directly into the you know, the teleprompter over there that kid keeps rolling around, because it makes me look like I'm just looking all over the freaking place. But you know, the true people that really that there is no script to read, they can usually stare into that camera hole, because I don't know what technology that you have that has the script written straight inside of the camera hole. You can't. You have to look to the side and see how you can see my eyes looking over. See how you can see me looking up. How about over here and down and over? See what I'm saying? So if you're not looking directly into the camera, you're probably not. You're probably reading. All right. So, sorry. Let me get back to where. Got lost there for a second. America's going to be great. America is going to be, it's going to be great, and it's going to be first. Alright? It's going to be great, and it's going to be first. That's what Trump's telling you. What is going to be so great about America? Right now, it's looking like, as far as I heard last time, that the economy is doing so great and everything is just like fabulous, and he's coming in peaceably destroying, and people just think that that the ones that fall for it, that he's making a difference. The elite, they have their plan, and they're just using people to read their plan out. So there's one type of truther, which comes down to being the mainstream media. And then over here, you have the other characters. That's the main one. I mean, I can go through a whole list full of characters, but I'm just going to stick to just one to make an example. These ones here are well, the reason why they know what's going to happen, it's like Nostradamus, right? When he that's the other government fictitious character that supposedly knew, he knew everything about what's going on. He predicted 9/11. The reason why they made him up is to make it look like he was a true prophet. But they already knew that 9/11 was going to go down way long in advance, okay? Because things have been scripted for many years. Many years. So you got all these A to Z frauds on YouTube that they're still telling you, they have to tell you the truth. But listen carefully to the words that they say when they're letting you know what the Freemasons do. They let you know what the Freemasons do. They have to tell you the truth. It's I don't know if it was part of God's plan along with Satan from the beginning. I'm pretty sure it was. Because remember, we haven't lived here as long as Satan has, so we're the last generation. He's played so many freaking generations. He's a master at it, and there's so many dumb people that he knows that. So he's a master at deceiving everybody. We think we're smart. Don't be fooled by Satan's intelligence and his experience that he has. But these people here, okay, they're all hired by this initially the same company, which is the 13 richest families, or whoever owns all this stuff. So the 13, they're all owned by it, and this is designed for people to attack Trump, and that represents the mainstream media. Attacking Trump represents being a truther compared to YouTube. And Alex Jones is referred to as, he was Trump's buddy, I guess. I think he talked about him or had interviews with him and whatnot. They had their scripts written out for them to just read to each other. So well, in the end, they all get paid by the same boss, which is the main family. But over here, you have a small percentage of real truthers. Absolute 100% real truthers. And even the ones that are against you, they know that you're telling the truth. They admit that they know that Robin's Hood is telling the truth because they know I am. But it's a job, and you have to discredit what I'm saying because as if I have a clue. There's a few real truthers out there still. But what I've learned is, and it was a good experience. It's one of those things where you thank God as you're going through it because you know there's going to be an outcome that's going to be good. Because I know all about karma, and I know how it gets people back from the things that they tried to do to me. And that's just where my faith is. My faith lies right there. It doesn't matter what people do. I know that in the end, my heart, God knows my heart. Even Satan knows my heart. Even the people that are against me, they know my heart. So I don't know how you can do that job when you know somebody's heart and you know that they're telling the truth, but it's your job to discredit that person that you know is telling the truth. I would not want to have that conversation with God. I don't know how all that works, but I would not want to have that conversation with God. If I knew the truth and I turned from it. So, again, well, at my list, because I know my own heart, I know that this channel is being 100% truthful. Because there's no reason not to. None of it makes sense if it was the other way around. But that's why I leave it up to everybody who watches to discern for yourself. I don't get offended if people don't believe me. And I don't force people to believe me. It doesn't matter. It's not, that's pride. I gotta leave that in God's hands. Whatever my message is, any given day, whatever comes to the top of my freaking head without a goddamn script, whatever happens, if it benefits somebody one way or another, that's great. That's the whole purpose of this. I know the quantum, what is it? This part, quantum of conscience. It's well, he's also from Philadelphia, and he knows the script too. All right. And so far on YouTube, he's the only one that I know that knows the script, that can see through all the bullshit. And it's just a gift. It's a gift that God gives you. I don't know how you can really learn it. You just, like when people want to know how do you know. For instance, like when the people on the other end of this that need to keep track of what I'm saying, when you need to know how I know something, it comes from it's just a sense. Everybody wants proof. Well, I can't prove anything to anybody except for that something's getting ready to jump off pretty soon. I've been feeling that pending doom for a while now. I'm just waiting for the end of the script. I'm waiting for the movie. All right, button. I'm waiting for them to just push play. And let's get it on already. With all this, all these fear tactics, let's just, let's see the final script that they're going to play out. But quantum of conscience, pretty much spell all that, but I'm just thinking of who relates to my at least one of my main views, which is quite an important view. It's quite an important one. One of the only people that I know on YouTube, well, first of all, who hasn't taken a knife and stabbed me in the back with it, and on top of that, not that I've even really talked to him, but except through comment section. But some people are just out there to discredit you because there's that 10% truth that you happen to know, and part of that 10% truth is the fact that everything's written out and scripted. And so when it comes to the wars that we're going to be seeing soon. Well, I mean, it doesn't change the outcome of the elite's plan to depopulate 7 billion people and the 500,000. Well, I'm just going to assume that all the people that think they're fallen angels are part of it. And you guys are going to reign on the earth. And we're the ones that are don't have the seal of the mark of God in our forehead. And we're being tormented for 5 months. That already happened, and it was you guys that got tormented. Because after May 21st, 2011, that next 5-month period, when there was absolutely no possibility for salvation because it was a test from God, and it wasn't from the mainstream media, it was from the alternative media. And so when you heard the judgment warning, God's judgment warning on the world, it came from a man of God. You know, if you believe in gematria, it came from a man of God. So, was he deceived? Yeah. And did he get it all right? No. But he was still a man of God, doing the best that he can with the truth that he understood. And he understood a lot of, I think the first 5 seals opened up because of him. He opened up the first 5 seals. And there's 2 left. And they're back to back. And I was part of, I believe, the 5th trumpet being blown up until May 21st, 2011. And then the seal being opened up and seeing under the altar those that were slain for the word of God and the testimony that they held. And that also relating to Revelation 20. And also relating to the fact that the 144,000, my opinion, my view, was that day, and that day was as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is one day. So it's just about real truthers, okay? These are the types. So apparently there's 1 type, and there's 2 types, and there's 3 types. Well, these 2 are full of shit, right? But they will tell you the truth, and they will. This guy was predicting things a while back, and then he would brag about how he knew. Okay. How did he know? Because the year before he was given a script to read because they knew what he was going to do. He knew what they were going to do, and then when it happens again, he looks like the winner of your soul, pretty much. Is basically what it comes down to. So there's not many of these left. I sense that in my heart. There's just not many of these left. These will all try to get silenced, especially if you understand that the entire world is a script. Everything. Everything is predetermined and planned out even years ahead of time. So this script for what's going on now could have been written 5 years ago. And they're just playing it out day by day. And when you look at the Bible and you compare and you listen to all these wars and rumors of wars, well, you know that we're at that time where at least they're playing out the end times Bible prophecy. Even if you don't believe in the Bible or you don't understand the Bible too much, one thing for sure that everybody can see is that they're playing out the end times prophecy on TV through the mainstream media and also on the alternative media, which is the social media, YouTube. Now these people here, they chose free will. They chose free will. No matter what happens, we will die for Christ, for God, for holding on to the testimony of the Word of God. If we're slain for that, okay, even though I'm saying that that part happened 7 years ago also, the ones that were slain, that held on to the testimony of the Word of God, the patience of the saints, the ones that were given white robes spiritually, they were told to rest for a little season. And not many people denied there's 144,000 going on now. I mean, at least I don't think they do. But when did it happen? You know what I mean? I'm just trying to tell you when it happened, and we chose free will. From that point on, or whatever point that anybody who has a YouTube channel or Facebook, or even anybody in the world that's preaching on the streets, or to people in at just family members, friends, co-workers, whatever. Any of you guys, you're part of this, I believe it's just only like 10%, you know? And it's because of the 10% that all the fearful and unbelieving, they're the ones that, this 10%, the ones that they've been doubting and mocking and scoffing and discrediting, whether they know the truth or not. Some do, it depends on how high up the ranking is. Most don't. That's going to turn your ass around to God when it happens. And I'm praying that that's God's plan for everybody, to just turn. It's not about, oh, I turned to God 14 years ago, so I freaking know what I'm talking about. But what about the dude that just turned to Christ 5 days ago? Does it matter when you turn? Just as long as you turn before the last day. And that's my message from the very beginning, is nobody will believe me. I do not get offended when you don't believe me. I am not forcing you to believe me. I just know that you're hearing me. So if some of this stuff kind of happens like the way I'm saying it might happen, well then this is going to turn into what's wrong with that being my prayer? You know what I mean? Why you guys give me such a hard time? I'm trying to tell you that you guys are going to be saved too, because everything is a test. Right now, you're being tested, and God is keeping us from that hour of temptation. This is that hour of temptation. It ain't like it's coming up, although it's continuing, but it's going to be a finale when it happens. Right now, we're just going through it. There's an end result. You know what it is? Because this equals no fear. When I say this, that means I think people are going to live through this and not die at all. And that's extremely hard to believe, ain't it? Like God's going to stop this, right? Like God's going to save 7 billion of his children, right? Like God's going to let 7 billion of his children get slaughtered by Satan? That way he can lose a battle? Yeah, it's a physical life, flesh battle that you have, that you can lose, that Satan can kill you. Well, then do it. Please, hurry, okay? Make it quick so I can be with my Creator, the one that I'm going to be sitting near, and well, watching others being judged, and then Again, I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know if maybe it's just spiritual, maybe it's physical, literal. It'll happen. Either way, people are just going to be changed, just like that. That's my faith. People are going to be changed. And if I die all the way up until the last day believing that, well then guess what? I didn't stress a day the entire way through, all the way to the end. What? I win, Satan. I win. Because I'm not afraid of you. And you know it, Satan. You know it. God gives me the strength to defeat you on a daily basis. And you'll use anybody and anything that you can. And you're seeing. Now I don't care, again, this isn't to the human being side. This is the Satan, okay? Sometimes people just need to talk directly to him. Not conversate with him. Just directly to him. That way he knows. Because it's not about what a human being thinks on the other side of you right now. It's about Satan knows that you're fearless. Because it's all a damn script. All of it. All of it. When you know God is in your heart, and in my situation I've been through predicaments that have strengthened my faith tremendously, because I seen the result, and I can't explain it to anybody. I just know I went through it, and God knows, and then whoever else I told, but we're the ones that experienced it. Experiencing victory after being down and defeated and beaten, at least attempted to, but you start getting more and more, like, it is like going to court. I'm getting ready to go to court. I feel it in my heart. I'm getting ready to go to court. This court case, the final court case, is going to be about who was telling the truth the entire way through, and who was a deceiver and a fraud from the beginning. Who? And that court case is going to be in front of God, the one that created everybody. He created all of us. Why are we fighting against each other? Because you're accepting this for doing, you know, for being hired to basically discredit Alex Jones, and then discredit Robin's Hood, and discredit these channels, get everybody stirred up against each other, and just hope that everybody is completely lost and they don't know who to trust or what the truth is anymore. The truth to me is up here and right here, and through common sense, just straight up common sense and instinct. It's like, you know, animals have that animal instinct. God just, through their pineal gland, their connection with God, they just know what to do and where to go, and it's an instinct. That's what God gives certain people, is instincts. He lets you know when to escape and what to do to escape. So to escape God's wrath, well, I'm all ears. I'm all ears. But some people think they're going to escape God's wrath because, again, I'll harp on it all day long if I want to. Karma, 51%, 49%. You believe that's going to save you from God's wrath? When you got a failing grade? No, it's not. It's not. It's not. Because you guys fell. You guys fell. You didn't come down, you fell. When you fall, well, you also fall up, down, and asleep. There's another word for fall. When you fall asleep. You might think you're awake, but you're asleep because you're deceived by everybody. Everybody. And I might still be deceived. It's possible. It's possible. It's possible that even the very elect shall be deceived. I mean, but I seek for this truth all the time. This is all I do. It's just this simple. This is all I do. I tell you the truth, right? And then and I get a bunch of fan mail. So thanks, guys. Hey, by the way, well, I was letting it collect up, but I would get some Corvette catalogs. That's pretty cool, right? Some more Summit catalogs. I want to give a shout out to Summit. I don't know. I didn't see the other ones. I just seen the top layer. But thanks, guys. So what are you going to do? You're going to choose free will, or are you going to choose the mark of the beast? Didn't a lot of you already choose the mark of the beast right now? I think you did. You chose the mark of the beast. So I'm praying, you know, number one, for all my knife wounds to heal, and on top of that, for the ones that caused the wounds, that God will have mercy on your souls when it comes time, because you guys know that I'm telling you the truth. You know it. But for some reason you want to get very, very close to me, and it's starting to make me wonder. I don't understand.